Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, SimpleSky, and I have a little funny story to tell you. Recently, I was attacked. Not physically, but mentally. I decided to play the God Forbidden game, Marvel Rivals, and decided to do rank. Biggest mistake of my life. Here's why. So, I load up into rank, and I thought I was going to have the best match of my life. I thought I was going to meet someone very nice, very cool, or just to easily get a W at the end of the day. Instead, I met these two people. I met this guy that played as Bucky, and I met this one person that played as Penny, but then also as Angela, and just swapping characters from time to time. I'm gonna say this in the most nicest way possible. These were the most nastiest, weirdest, worst types of people you can play with. Now, I say that because throughout the match, well, first of all, it didn't even start in a good way. It started in a terrible, like misimpersonated, way possible. Before the game even started, I thought the best move was to ban the Thing, because the Thing was a threat to society, it was a threat to divers. And then during that time, we had, I believe, was a Spider-Man, or we had someone that was going to be diving. So I was like, okay, let me ban the Thing, especially since he's a pretty crazy character to go against. So as soon as the Thing ban passes by, the Bucky went on mic and started yelling at me, telling me why did we ban the Thing? The Thing was the stupidest choice you could ever make. And he didn't say this to me in a normal voice. He had that stupid voice filter that sounded like Alvin and the Chipmunks, which, if you don't know how he sounds like, very atrocious. I don't like the sound of it, but it's funny to me at the end of the day. But still, though, started talking crap, started saying that was the dumbest idea you have ever had, Mantis, and whoever agreed with you also had the dumbest idea to agree with you. And then, of course, when the band passed by, this Doctor Strange that was in our team was on mic, or hopped on mic, and he was like, oh, you're being serious. You're being very serious here, that the Thing ban was a terrible idea. And then, of course, they went back and forth, talking to each other. I have no clue if he was rage baiting or not, so I didn't include myself in until one of their friends, I don't know if this was their girlfriend or their cousin or whoever at that point, that was their fucking sidekick. I had no fucking clue who they were. At that point, they were just together. They were like each other's sidekicks, backing up each other's statements, no matter how crazy or weird it sounded like. But she was on mic saying some stuff like, oh yeah, the Thing was a terrible ban. I don't know who would ban the Thing nowadays. And let me tell you, this was in season 9.5, kind of like the middle or the near start of it. So yeah, this is when the Thing is still an issue nowadays. So then, of course, I ignored that statement. I decided to just, screw it, let's just play the game. Let the game begin. And you know what they say, this game is all team-based. If you ever think you're gonna solo the entire enemy team, you are an idiot, because this is a team-based game. And because some of us don't have that synergy and chemistry all together, we started getting steamrolled. We started losing, we started dying really fast, and we didn't know what to do. So because of that, she kept swapping all over different kinds of characters, but let's just say the Penny, right? The Penny, or the Angela actually, let's just say Angela, she did nothing. She decided to just stand still, throw the game, and pretty much in some way surrender. Or all I can really say, to be honest, is that they were just standing there. They didn't want to fight. They didn't want to play. So then the first round came to an end. The enemy team had an extra minute or two, and they captured all the points. It was 0-3. We were in shambles. We were completely lost at what to do and what to say. Unfortunately, we just had nothing to say. Or I had nothing to say. But funny enough, Bucky had a lot to say. So while we were choosing our characters, I went back to Mantis as normal. She was not an issue, if to be honest, I don't think so, at least because I had a lot of kills, I had a decent amount of healing. But here's the thing, here's where the crazy part happened. And I also posted this on my shorts because I thought it was the craziest thing I've witnessed in the game ever. So if you guys want to check out the full video, or actually I'm just going to play it here, but still, let me give you a little context. So in the whole argument right here, this Bucky player started yelling at their teammates of what the hell are we doing? Why aren't we doing this? Why are we throwing? Why are we just standing still? Why aren't we swapping? All that type of blabbering, all that issues. Basically, any sort of issues that he has, he's contributing to it And when I say contributing to it, I'm saying like he's not swapped at all. He's stuck to Bucky since the start to the end. And I don't understand these Bucky players. They have a mindset of a peanut. But hey, that's just me. So before the second round officially started, I thought to myself like, well, we got a lot of shit in our head. So I think the best way to solve this first is to clear our mind, and then we'll think of a strategy and plan of what to do. So then I asked him, could we relax? Could we do something about this? If you want, well, what do you recommend? And we can, communicate as a teams, because this is still winnable. I've seen worse. I've been in worse situations. This is still winnable. And then after I stated some of those words, he got really pissed with me. He got really upset with me. I'll play the clip to show how pissed he got.
Mantis, shut up! 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 Shut up!
Now
Shut
I'm confident.
up! Shut up! Shut up!
They'll be coming in 30
And you're
seconds.
still on
Stay
screen!
strong.
When Penny Parker is open and you swear you're peeling! Get me out this game, bro! Get me out this.
So yeah, that happened, and after the end of the clip, he still went on, by the way, and at that point I was like, you know what, maybe I can try talking him down, maybe I don't know. At that point I was just rage baiting because I couldn't do much with him anymore. I've already lost the man. And he took off the voice filter, and then he called me a slur. I can't say it, I'm not gonna say it, but he started calling me stuff that I didn't really appreciate. And then of course I just stayed quiet right after that. Yeah, so then after he stated all those stuff to me, the slurs, the weird words and all that type of stuff to me, very interesting vocabs he had in his chart, I thought to myself, yeah, I'm not talking to him, that's it. I'm completely lost the guy. There's no way I'm gonna get back to him. Because whatever I say, he's just gonna say, shut up, Mantis, shut up, Mantis, shut up, Mantis. Okay, and now back to their partner in crime, their duo, their girlfriend or friend, or I have no clue who they are at the end of the day. So she still was throwing. She pretty much intentionally just gave up at that point. She was just doing whatever the hell she was doing. She was flying around with Angela. She was still not swapping to the right characters. And mind you, she swapped to Penny, which Penny is like the worst character you can play with in this new season. And I don't understand why people are still playing Penny in Celestial. People are still playing Penny in Celestial, and it is kind of pissing me off. But back to her, she was just throwing, she wasn't doing anything productive, and because of that, we lost the game. And ever since then, I was honestly just more shocked. I was just kind of laughing as well, but mostly I was just shocked, like, damn, like, I never thought I would witness this type of crash out ever in my life. But, you never know what to expect nowadays, especially in Rivals. But yeah, I just thought I'd like to share you guys that little stupid story. I just thought it was kind of funny how a grown man was getting mad at me for, doing nothing, saying nothing at all. I meant no harm at all. He just got pissed for nothing. And most importantly, it was all for a video game too. If I was ever to crash out, it would have to be if my controller died on me in mid-game. I think that's the only reason, or the only way I crash out. But still though, you never catch me crashing out like that in public. Clip that and save that for the future. But either way, that's all I pretty much have to say. Sorry for like the weird unstructured stories. I'm trying to get better at that, but I just thought to share that with you guys. It was the weirdest it was the weirdest experience I've ever had to witness and to go through, and I hope none of you guys had to go through that. Or so, yeah, if you do, if you want to, yeah, go ahead. You can cause a commotion, but please be respectable at the end of the day when it comes to these types of issues. And people, I guess, I don't know why there's a lot of people crashing out nowadays. But either way, that's all I have to say. I've yapped enough. I hope you guys have a good day. See ya.